So this is a video I've been thinking about doing for a little bit now, because I think it's really important for people to hear about the hard truths of streaming, and the toll it can have on you if you try to pursue it as a career or at part-time or full-time. And I think it's important to talk about these hard truths that a lot of people don't think about or don't know about. And I think it's an important topic to have a discussion about, especially for those of you that are working on streaming or working on content creation. So let's talk. Before we do that, though, all right. So for those of you who don't already know me, I've been streaming part-time for around a year now, kind of just doing it as a passion on the side, along with my real full-time job. And in that year, a lot of my preconceived notions and ideas of streaming have really changed. And more than that, I've been able to identify more and more what it is that makes streaming hard, and really just the hard truths of streaming that a lot of people don't talk about, and that it's hard to understand until you truly deep dive into this industry. And hopefully, more than anything, this video allows you guys to see that other people are going through the same struggles, and to see what it is and what it takes to become a big streamer or a big YouTuber. And the first thing I think we really have to talk about is doubting yourself. I think most of us, when we first start and create a Twitch stream or a YouTube channel, or really anything in the artistic realm, you have an impression of yourself that you probably think very highly of yourself. Otherwise, why would you even get started in the first place? And regardless of how you do early on in your career, especially with streaming, there's always going to be points where things start to go down. So recently on my stream, I hit a point where I was at 50 average viewers, doing things like Fortnite and playing with people on stream. And as I've gotten more variety and kind of changed up my style, that's drastically fallen. I've had recent streams with 10 average viewers throughout the entire time. And it's those sorts of moments in your career that can definitely hurt your ego, especially because I think most people in this industry probably have one. As I said, that's probably why they started in the first place. And one of the hardest parts about really streaming and content creation in general is that hard truth that you're not as good as you thought you were. And sometimes you have to be humbled, right? There's lots of moments in a career like this where you make a great video or you have a great stream, but the numbers just aren't there, and the people watching you aren't as receptive as maybe you feel they should be. And that sort of humbling experience is something important that I think every streamer has to go through. There's going to be moments in your career where you don't have the same numbers you had. You don't have the same sort of love and support that you previously had, or maybe you never got it and you've always expected. There's always a point in every streamer's career where you start to doubt yourself. You start to doubt your abilities, maybe how funny you are, maybe how good you are, maybe how just interesting you are in general. And that's one of the harsh realities that a lot of people don't talk about. Because in an industry like this, your own personality and really yourself is so integrally tied to the success of your business that it can really start to toll on you when you start to doubt yourself. Because not only does that hurt your brand, but hurts your growth. And it's important to realize that on any journey like this, regardless of the failures and regardless of what you are going through, it's important to know that to stick to your guns, to work on yourself, to get better. And that's okay to fail. It's okay to get better. And that's what really matters. Another thing that I've come to realize as well that I didn't expect when I first started streaming is, in a lot of cases, people care more about what's happening as opposed to you. And that's a harsh reality to come to terms with and to realize as someone that, you know, I think most of us start streaming because we assume that we are the reason people want to roll through. And while you are, there's a certain sense of mystique for viewers coming in and watching big events, specific games, specific things happening, as opposed to just watching you for being you. And if I've learned anything streaming in this first year that I've been doing it, it's while you will grow a core audience that will stick with you no matter what you're doing and support you, there's also a lot of people that just want to see the spectacle of it. There's a reason Tim the Tatman and Dr. Disrespect and Courage and Ninja and Tfue all get way more viewers when there's a Fortnite event going on than when nothing's going on. And that's because while a lot of these people do love them for their character, their personality, and that's why they followed in the first place, they just don't care enough to support regularly unless something they care about is happening. And that makes sense, right? Because while everyone on Twitch is going to tell you that they love you for you, what they really love is the idea of you that they've put into their head of whoever you are. And it's hard to grapple with those terms and come to the harsh realization that people don't really know you. They know you as they see you. And the second you become something that they don't see as what you were before, they may leave, and they may only come back when you become the Fortnite streamer again, or when you are trolling people like you were the first time they came in. People like the idea of you more than they actually like you in a large majority of cases. And that's a hard thing to come to terms with, but it's something all streamers have to realize in order to become successful, and it's something you have to just deal with. Another harsh truth as well is one that I haven't heard any other streamers talking about, but that's that age, looks, and a lot of superficial things on Twitch and all streaming platforms make a big difference. If you're a 14-year-old and your passion is playing games and you work at that every day and try your hardest to be a good streamer and you're making jokes, in a lot of cases, that might not matter, because a large portion of the audience on Twitch and all the other platforms is 25-year-olds. And there's not many 25-year-olds out there that are going to watch a younger person. And maybe there's a lot of guys out there that aren't going to watch you if you're not a hot girl. Maybe there's other people out there that won't watch you unless you look a certain way, like them. Streaming platforms, and really anything that puts you in the limelight, like YouTube and all content creation, you're going to be put into certain boxes in terms of attractiveness, age, beliefs. And for a lot of people, if you don't meet their criteria, you will be off the docket regardless of what you do. And it will be an uphill battle for you to win those people over for lots of others. And that's just a harsh reality of being a streamer that, once again, you have to come to terms with. Some people aren't going to like you because of the way you look. Some people aren't going to like the jokes you make. They aren't going to vibe with you. Some people are going to think you're ugly and they won't watch you because of that. But regardless, you have to know that there is a core audience out there for you. There is select individuals that will come and join your community as long as you are genuine, as long as you are truthful and respectful in what you truly believe. There are others out there like you, and anyone can build an audience as long as they are genuine and truthful. And really, what this all comes down to, at the thick of it, and really maybe the most harsh truth about streaming, and in a lot of cases content creation as well, is this isn't a stable job. And I don't mean just financially, but I mean mentally as well. You're going to have days, weeks, months, even years where you do very well. But for anyone who is worth their salt and has put their effort into this for any meaningful amount of time, there's going to be hard points as well. There's going to be parts in your career where you aren't making as much money. You don't have as many viewers. And people just don't seem to like you the same way they used to. And that sort of dichotomy of always either growing or falling apart lends itself to a lot of issues in just raw stability, not only in your career, but your mind. And it's important that you realize this if you are someone that wants to be a streamer or wants to be a content creator. You have to know that this isn't like another job. I actually work a 9 to 5 as a software engineer as well, on top of doing streaming and YouTube and things like that. And I can tell you that is a much more stable, level-headed career than consistently fluctuating when in terms of success when you're doing something like streaming or YouTube. And while all careers have their ups and downs, a career as a streamer is a very radical form of that. And you need to know and accept that going into streaming if you're going to become successful. You need to temper your expectations, and you need to not get too excited when things are going great. That way, you don't become too sad when things aren't. But yeah, guys, at the end of the day, streaming's fucking awesome. And there's a lot of harsh truths that need to be talked about and that you need to realize if you ever want to become even semi-successful in a career in streaming. But like I said, at the end of the day, it's still awesome. It's a great career. There's so much meaningful connection you get to make with people, fun things you get to do, and really just interesting things that happen. And while this video was a little more somber, as it was a serious video talking about the harsh realities of streaming and what you're most likely going to go through for everyone watching this video that is striving for a career in streaming, overall, I think it's still a great field, and there's a reason I put so much effort into this on the side, regardless of whether I'm doing great or bad. And that's because of a burning passion to really make this something and make this something great and meaningful for you guys. And I hope this video today was something like that for you. And I hope it helped you guys that are making streams and making content creation videos. And for anyone else, I hope it was interesting or inspiring to just see kind of the harsh realities of streaming and how maybe I've gotten through them and how you can overall. But thank you guys very much for watching. I really appreciate that. If you enjoyed the video, smash the like button as always, guys. And feel free to check me out on my Twitch channel, as I would really love to talk to you guys there live. And you can see what I'm like, you know, kind of in person, not just through a video. So thank you guys very much. I will see you all on the next one.